these big old fat oyster mushrooms, guys. I'm just in the mood for some serious kitchen therapy. I need some olive oil. I'm gonna do some of these big fat juicy oyster mushrooms. Kitchen therapy live right now, big time, needing some therapy. I just sauteed some fantastic mushrooms there. Look at those, nice and smoky. Now I'm gonna saute, turn the heat down a little bit. These big, fat, juicy, delicious oyster mushrooms. I don't know what that is. It's still good. I'm about to saute these big old oyster mushrooms live, guys, with some meat for my lid. There we go. This pan is done. Add some meat inside there. Mad kitchen therapy time. I need therapy bad, and it's the kitchen. I'm sauteing some big old fat king oyster mushrooms. I'm gonna open it quickly. Look at those. I'm gonna put some kielbasa in there. And put some onion butter in there too. I want to see what the onion butter does. And some freaking accent and some freaking adobo. But let me just soften them up a little bit. Temper that olive oil, get the water off the mushrooms. And y'all come on over here. Straight up kitchen therapy, rock star style. Welcome in, guys. I'm just needing some therapy. Come to the pot. Let's build up these king oyster mushrooms together. Okay, now it's ready to release the lid. Couple of step processes we're gonna do here. And I'm really not gonna talk because I'm kind of like burnt from doing a lot of activity this week. My wife's on her way home. So just peep the process. We're gonna start here, turn the heat down, and get my plastic tong. I want to saute these babies. King oyster mushrooms, they eat like a meal. So let's just play around with them. Let's get them right there for now. Get that water off. Glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here, yeah, everybody. No seasoning yet. No seasoning yet. Come on in, take a seat. I'm gonna do some plantains too. I'm gonna fire this up. I'm gonna do some sauteed plantains. Fry some plantains. Can y'all see that eye back there too? I want y'all to see my stove. We're gonna fire this up. Turn off the front. We'll do some plantains. Freaking, that baby's ready. It's got those nice black spots on it. I'll cook that baby up too. All right, I'm gonna do something now. I'm gonna add some meat inside there. Some kielbasa for flavor. Get that heat going. Turn this heat down. Release some flavors. I want some accent on those babies. Just like that. And put some onion butter inside there too. I love this stuff, guys. It's such a savory deliciousness. Okay. Trust me, real butter's coming in to cream it up. And put some garlic salt. Get some garlic salt. I really should be using McCormick. Hashtag McCormick, come and sponsor my spice rack. Not too much of that crap. And a little bit of salt. Now, I'm gonna roll it around without scratching up my stove. This glass top, release the flavors from that meat and get those babies cooking. Getting this oil back here nice and hot. I need to get these plantains rocking. I made a little crudité dish over here for when my bride gets home. She worked all day. She's at the gym now, and I was gonna take her out for dinner. I was thinking like maybe some authentic Mexican, or I was thinking this other American classic restaurant in town, but I called them, they didn't call me back. I was gonna film in there. So what, they're lost, I ain't going in today. So I made a little dish for when she gets home. Just made a little crudité like that. See that? Sauteed mushrooms, gluten-free crackers, some nice long fresh Swiss cheese, and some farm apples with some fresh cinnamon on there. So we can nibble on that when she gets home. I'm glad you're here. Really glad you're here. It's been a beautiful day in Maryland, about 70 degrees. And my brain's been rocking today, just like residuals from creating so much lately. Sometimes, most times, honestly, the best thing for me to do is create. Like literally freaking just create content. Otherwise, I get into my addict brain, and my addict brain can take me to places like, obsessively thinking about things or wasting precious time and moments. And I really don't have time for that. And I look at this meat's getting nice and brown, which means the flavor is being released, and it's actually flavoring these king oyster mushrooms. And I'm gonna finish them well, but right now I'm just gonna let them do their thing. They can sit on top of the meat. This is all beef kielbasa, king oyster mushrooms from one of our favorite places in this town called, well, I won't mention the town, doesn't matter, but they have organic foods like this and foods you'll see every day. So we're celebrating food today on this fantastic Friday. Don't know how you're doing, but I'm about to show you me cutting up some of these plantains. We're gonna do this plantain real quick. See this? Sometimes I love like literally doing an assortment of foods. Look at that. Look if I add a butter to that, right? Look at those that's gonna be fire. So let that cook. I'm on medium, a little higher now because I got some butter coming to cream it up. I have my flavoring profile in there. Now I'm waiting for this to reach temperature on the glass top. Now, I don't know if you guys want to see me cut the plantains. It's a basic process. We have all these great cutting boards. Come on over here. I'm going to break out one of my Cosini knives. I am just creating because it's really, it is like releasing excess energy from my brain so I can be in a soft place for this weekend. I'm going to break out one of my Cosini Bros knives. I'm going to let this cook. It's not doing anything. Come over here. We're going to go ahead and cut up, slice up these plantains. Got one of my key tools here. Cosini Bros all the way. Shout out to Cosini Bros for the knives. You guys look for more of their products buried in our videos. Now I'm going to move you over to my counter. And yes, it's a real kitchen, guys. This is no green screen. This is like everybody's kitchen in the world. So come over here, get to the cutting board. Make sure you can see me. Okay, stay right there. I'm glad you're here. It's real. Today I'm filming on my Samsung. I got the GoPro. We'll be using that, guys. But today, let's go ahead and get into this plantain. I'm going to do it in a little creative way. I'm going to go ahead and slice that baby just like that. Now, today is softer because the skin's turning dark, which means the sugars are being released in this. My oil's getting nice, so let's go ahead and just cut open this plantain like this. Glad you're watching. Where are you watching from? If you haven't already done so, subscribe. We're going to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. So this is not my channel. It is your channel. You feel me? Everything we do, every piece of content we create and launch and drop at very specific times has you in mind, okay? So I'm going to cut these on a bias with my Cosini Bros knife like I just showed you. Shout out again to Cosini Bros. Thank you for the tools. I'm going to cut it on a bias. Sometimes when you cut them on a bias like this, you're going to enable it to release more of the depthness and richness of the flavor. And today I don't want them really thick. I want to kind of do them quickly. We're going to probably have appetizers before I start cooking the dinner course. You have all even to eat. Might have ice cream later on. But a bias cut just means you're cutting that baby up on an angle like that. Okay, so that's what it's doing. And now I'm going to get you back over to the stove. I believe my oil's ready. These are cut. We're going to go ahead and get back to the stove. So bear with our freaking tripod. I want to make sure you got the best vantage point. Let's watch two pans now. This is just Friday therapy, kitchen therapy. These babies are looking great. Look at these beautiful oyster mushrooms. Let me get my tool again. My black tong, plastic tong, commercial tong. And just look at how the flavors are being released. I may throw some onion in here, but I even like the char happening right there on that delicious beef kielbasa. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. And guys, this is like serious therapy, just talking softly and cooking. I'm going to go ahead and test the heat with just one of the plantains. And it should boil up just like that, which means they're ready to cook. Okay, so I'm going to turn you over there to that portion of my beautiful glass top stove that we've had for a long time. And I'm going to go ahead and lay these in one by one. My wife just texted. She's on her way home. I'm going to get some delicious food ready for my bride. Love her. She's my everything. God is my number one. Look at these plantains going in. I'm not going to add much. I'm not going to fry them hard. Today they're more soft than when I made them last week. I did that live on Instagram, and they were more hard, so I had to enact a cheat code to get the flavor where I wanted them to. So once they fried up, I added some butter, melted butter, and brown sugar. I just let them sit in another pan to get the profile I wanted. So we're going to go ahead and let those plantains just do their thing. We're going to come back and turn our attention to this pan over here. I really like that char. I'm going to slow that cooking process down by adding, you're going to see what I'm going to do in real time. I'm going to go ahead and take this Cosini Bros knife. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a nice thick sliver of all natural salted butter. Don't let people tell you butter is bad for you. Don't listen to the lies. This is a nice thick slab. I'm going to lay that right down there and let it cream up. And then because it's there now, I can literally turn the heat down, right? Seasonings on there. I'm going to let it play. We'll turn it down to about between low and medium. We'll watch my plantains doing their thing. Guys, this is like serious therapy. I'm really feeling loosened in my brain. Sometimes you're created to do certain things, and it takes you a while to find what that thing is. Don't dismay. Don't despair. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. I was made to create, to love, to help people, to serve, right? And it took me a while to find that. But look at these plantains. You see them there, guys? See that nice color there? I'm glad you're here watching live. By the way, my name is Frank of Hospitality Rockstar. The flatter ones are cooking a little bit faster, but no need to rush because the heat's not on high. It's on level 8. Look at that butter already melting inside this one. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a swirl. It's getting creamy. And now what it's doing is it's actually softening up my oyster mushrooms, which are going to be fantastic. I know the profile is right. You'll see me eat a piece in just a bit. But the plantains are rocking. And I just showed you my crudité, my tray of food for my bride so she can nibble when she gets home. I'm going to put some, she likes this chunky peach salsa. I already have cheese on the board. Trying to see what she would like to nibble on. I love trying to see what type of mood she's in and what she'll want to eat before we really enjoy some nice dinner. We got this peach salsa from a local farm, chunky peach. So if I can pull something out that will really complement that, maybe we'll see. But in the meantime, let's pay attention to the stove. Not sure what dinner is going to be, but I do have some ideas. I got a corned beef. I got some Savoy cabbage, Savoy cabbage that I can actually use. Well, I can tell by when I flip these, they're going to be nicely sweetened. The way they're cooking is exactly what I was hoping for. They need maybe about another, let me go ahead and say 7 minutes over here. in this frame over here. Let me just flip these last two stubborn ones. They want to play a little bit, but it's on the heat. We're going to let them wait. Let those cook. We're going to try some of this food over here. Let's take another look. Look at those. Now, once again, you're looking at some king oyster mushrooms, okay? Some beef kielbasa, okay? And a nice seasoning profile. I think what I want to do with these is, I believe I want to get them just a little bit more charred. So come on in. Let's look closely. I want to get them on that side. The heat is down low, so they're cooking and softening. And can I be real? This is my first time making the king oysters, but mushrooms are mushrooms. Some have different densities. Some eat more like a meal versus an appetizer. So these are more like a meal. So I might just do an assortment. We call the small plates. I might do small plates today, which means I'm going to be having several different flavors and foods instead of one big meal of pasta, or you know how that goes. You eat a salad, then you eat this big old plate of food. Plantains are rocking. So we're going to be organic in how we eat today. I am now thinking about my refrigerator. My wife wanted me to check on the turkey and the roasted pork one that I made last week. She wanted me to check it out because it yielded a lot. Remember, we're ditching the deli. So we're not cooking, we're not eating from the deli as much. We're making our own meat. So this is done now. I can kind of tell, just giving that little touch. Oh my goodness. Ooh, what a flavor. I'm going to tell you something. Kinders, check us out. We want to start featuring you in our videos. Guys, check this out. I'm not getting paid by them yet. We're going to work on that, but this is a savory deliciousness that will take your food. Can I say it's going to elevate the flavor profile? Is that okay? So who's that? Barrington Stone, a gentleman that might be working for us, just texted me. So these are done. I'm going to cover them up and just let them soften and get together. Now, let's have a little bit of one-on-one. You saw the stove waiting for the plantains to cook. What's up, everybody? We're so glad you're here. My brain was full. I tried to take a nap today after getting out emails and getting out content and getting out WhatsApp to a lot of my clients. And, you know, I got the bills paid and I tried to lay down and I had this headache over here, but it wasn't a headache because I have a headache. It was like stress, like my brain was full. I was having these rapid thoughts and I'm just like, bro, you need to slow down, take a hot shower, shave a little bit, and create in your kitchen and connect. And that's what rock stars, that's what we do. We actually learn how to have healthy therapy around healthy conversation. And, you know, literally not just like whatever, not just like isolating, right? Oh, these are looking really good. Okay, so I can turn the heat off here now. I'm going to show you in a second. You know, not isolating or getting into our own head space. Oh, these are perfect. Okay, plantains are now off. Come on over. We have community. We have real community. We use real strategies to come up higher. Plantains are there. Loving them. I'm going to let them nope. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to turn my mushrooms off because it has that residual heat being creamed over now by that salted butter. I'm going to go ahead and do what we do with the plantains to land them home safely so they can cool nicely. Take them right out of that heat. Right out of there, just like that, on a layer of paper towels, right? Delicious, beautiful, wonderful. That one's a little bit well done. It doesn't matter. Trust me, I know. Can you guys see this? Perfect. Get those plantains out. One layer at a time, just like that. That's going to be delicious. That's going to be delicious. And now I can turn the heat off. Turn that eyes already off, and plantains. Those are plantains that we just put together. I'm gonna let these drain a little bit. I will cover up this over here. It doesn't matter. Just let that cover up. You can use the oil. By the way, that is not olive oil. Olive oil, its smoke point is too high. That is grape seed oil that we use for the plantains. Love these. Easy to eat. Good for you, natural sources of sugar. So this will raise a flavor of what we're doing. So plantains are there. I want to check on our king oyster mushrooms and our beef. Glad you're watching. How's your day been? Can't see any comments right now. I'm sure something's in there. But yeah, we throw it down. By the way, I moved to the state that I'm in here in U.S. to attend culinary school. Got in a lot of trouble. But I also made the dean's list. So don't be too hard on yourself in school. Do you get them grades up? Find a circle of people that work for you. Take care of yourself. Now, what else do I want to prepare? I'm going to put these on this table over here. Come see the table. I want you to come on in. I want to give you a really good look at the table that my wife is going to see when she comes in. So just some different foods. Let me just show you the table. I typically don't show this side of the house, but you're going to see it today. There's what we're putting together. Nice little autumn table, a little spread. And I'll bring the mushrooms over here as I'm still trying to think about the main protein source for dinner. And I love that struggle, trying to figure out what to make for dinner. I'm going to go ahead and lay out these king oyster mushrooms in a way that, oh, wow, guys. Do you mind if I take a bite and put these? Oh, wow. Oh, goodness, guys. I'm coming over. I'm going to show you something delicious. These are going to be delicious. Some nice dark beef kielbasa. Look at this. Guys, you got to see this. You got to see this. Welcome to my home. Look at that. Look at that. That is the, thank you, Jeff. Look, that's the king oyster mushrooms and the beef kielbasa. There's a boom light back there. It's facing the wrong way, so I might look a little darker, but hey, dark is wonderful, right? So look at that. So I'm gonna sit this back over here. I'm gonna put the light on it as I just get this nice buffet ready. Like this, you see the mail on the table, all that stuff. This is a real home, guys. This is not a set. This is a real home where we pay real mortgage, water bill, all that other stuff. Let me get some light on here for you so you can really, if I can do this, let me do my best. I'm just gonna do my best. My best is gonna work. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna angle the light down, but we're gonna put some more food out. It's Friday. It's a weekend here in U.S. A lot of people had a tough week, and we love you. We care. We're here. So this is that. See the foods. I'm gonna show you the samples over here now. I'm gonna take some bites and let you guys go. I don't like long videos when I'm going live. So let's eat. Let's try some food. She'll be home shortly. Let me get you back to the kitchen. We're going to take a few bites and say our goodbye. So come on over to the kitchen. Close your eyes. You might see stuff that's not supposed to be on the set. This is our home. This is our married. Look at her. That's when we got married, guys. Look at that. That's real. This is my real home. Let's get back on set. All right, this is my kitchen. Come on in. Let's try some food. All I had today was a bowl of cereal. I almost went out to a restaurant today at 1 o'clock to do some filming. I was craving calamari. I was craving some homemade meatballs. I was craving some clams, sauteed clams with some sauce. And there's a place in this town, I won't mention, I'm going to mention them. Jake and his family, they own this place called Franco's Italian Bistro in this town called Ellicott City, 21228. Shout out to you all. Shout out to Catonsville. Now let's try some of this delicious food. I'm going to get a tasting plate ready. Guys, if this is your first time in, just join us. Stay with us. I'm going to get a tasting plate. We're going to try a little bit of everything. Now I'm going to say goodbye. Because my baby coming home to me. So this is a good, we're going to try the farm cinnamon apples. Try some crunch. We're going to try a normal mushroom. We're going to try a plantain. This plate is full of elements. That's what I want to call it. Elements is like small dishes. I'm coming to eat in front of you guys. Don't go away. Oh, the king oyster. Ooh, here we come. Let's get into it all. Okay, look at the savoriness. There you go. That's a little bit of everything. What shall I try first? Come on in. I'm in the kitchen therapy. Let's try the kielbasa. To make sure you can see that well. When there's a char on it, It eats better. A cracker minus the wheat. Some may call it gluten-free. Nice seasoning. You can hear a crunch. Nice. Take a bite of a farm cinnamon apple. It's like that. A farm apple grown in my state. If you buy apples and they don't go bad after a couple of weeks, a lot of chemicals, a lot of pesticides on them. They start going bad after a week, make applesauce. Those are good apples. We have a whole basket. That's a Rosalie apple. Those started going bad early because it's fresh, no pesticides. All right, let's try some of this delicious Swiss cheese. Basic Swiss. Now, let's try this plantain. Look at that. Look at that. We just made that together. Look at that. See it? Yummy. Now, if I try the king oyster mushroom, let's try this one first. Everyday mushroom. I like it. Now, let's try this dense king oyster mushroom. Thick, a lot of substance to it. Texture of a scallop, a little more dense. The savoriness is fantastic. Guys, we're going to see you. So good. Finish it all. Cracker. So like this. Thank you, Jeff. It was perfect. Lots of flavor. Lots of flavor. And we're going to finish it off with that. Make sure you can see that. Come on, Samsung. Fantastic plantain. Makes me happy. Look at that. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I feel better. Connection is everything. You're feeling like you're going in a direction that you don't want to be in. We all know what I'm talking about. Connect. 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 The opposite of addiction is not recovery. The opposite of addiction is connection. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next video. I'll be dropping another video this weekend, maybe 2. Welcome to all of our new subscribers, all of our returning subscribers. You mean the world to us. It's almost 30 minutes, and we'll see you in the next video. Woo! Let's go.